Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and lovers of drones everywhere, welcome to Thursday Night Live. Hey, everybody. It's not Dana.
It's definitely not.
Nope. It is Chris Rollins, and the reason why I'm laughing is because just before I pressed the button to make audio live, what is it that you were saying, sir?
I was like, what happens if I gotta pee during the show? Can I just pee in this cup?
Yes, you can. But remind me so I can turn your camera off. Because we don't need all those marriage proposals. Big show today. Big show today. Oh my goodness. We're going to talk about the new FAA rules that might not go into effect for a while now. I've got a prize to give away. This is a little, I know it looks like a loon cube, but it's not. Going to give this away. This is the what the heck's it called? It's the MONIN Sport LED. MONIN.
I have not heard of that.
Mattias Allring, he's going to be on the show. It's going to be like
Nice.
2:30 in the morning in Sweden. So
Bless his heart.
yeah, thank you very much. Also, I've got a special guest from Canada who's going to talk to us about flying in Canada. He just took the test up there and passed, so we'll talk.
Oh, you don't say, eh?
Yeah, we'll talk to Frank S. a little bit later on. But right now, of course, it is the Cadillac of processed meat. It is Pigeon Jerky, everybody. It's our favorite sponsor. Enjoy, everyone.
You'll enjoy Pigeon Jerky, the Cadillac of processed meats. You'll enjoy Pigeon Jerky, and you'll give your family a treat. It's balanced nutrition to help them grow.
Yeah.
And it's full of fiber to make them go.
Here we go.
You'll enjoy Pigeon Jerky,
Pigeon Jerky, the Cadillac of processed meat. Yeah! All right, very good. Man, what a wonderful thing. What a wonderful
Finally
thing.
got the lyrics down. I'm pretty stoked.
Yeah. So Chris, what is new with you?
Golly, that's a tough question. There's big news, but we're not ready to announce it yet. It's been shooting a lot of videos lately, but unfortunately not for YouTube. I've got one video I'm working on for YouTube for next week.
Uh-huh.
It should be explosive. It's
Okay.
about all I can really say right now.
Okay. Now the
But
one
I'm getting back to sort of my testing stuff that I used to do kind of in the beginning.
Good.
And I sort of I kind of got away from it, and I don't really know why. I know exactly why. Actually, there's only so much cost to views that I can actually absorb financially.
right, C4
But
is
anyway,
expensive.
I found a workaround, so I think it's gonna work.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm getting back to some more testing stuff, which I'm really excited about because it gets me excited to do the videos again.
Good.
Also, they're easier to do.
Good. And
So,
I have I guess it's your latest video where you did an experiment with fireballs. I'm going to play a little bit of that right now for everybody.
Fantastic.
Yeah, this was very well done, my friend.
All right, so I'm going to be putting the propane in these balloons, then we're going to pop the balloons with fire, and that's going to be our fireball.
Love the slow motion.
That was a lot more fire out of that little bitty balloon than I anticipated. All right, we're going bigger. I think we've proven that a drone can't fly in a fireball. I think the air is just way too thin. That doesn't mean we're done, so let's do a few more. Mother of all propane balloons.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot.
It was a fun day.
All the hair's gone off my hand.
Oh man. So what happened, man? Let me see the hair. Did you get the hair in your hand back?
It's coming back. There's little sprouts. Little sprouts
Oh
there.
yeah. You can see-
It's just,
Man, I tell you, I love stuff with explosions.
I know. You know, it's funny, as I've been doing YouTube, one thing that I've learned that I'm not good at is explaining things, like trying to walk someone from point A to point B. Where I tend to do better is just random unplanned chaos.
Okay.
So
well, that
you're
works.
just letting stuff happen and just dealing with the pain of the suffering and sort of letting my pain be your wisdom as the viewer. That's sort of, I think, my sweet spot. So
Well,
I'm just embracing it.
Check out Chris's channel. There's a link in the description to that video, and then you can click there and click thumbs up. And, of course, do that with this video as well. I appreciate that. But right now, let's go ahead and get to the news because there's a lot of it.
Stop the music. It's time for news.
All the news you never want to know about drones. Live from the newsroom, it's Jeff Sills. What's happening in the newsroom, Jeff?
Well, we got some good stuff for you guys this week and get a chance to expound a little bit more on those federal rules. But to start things off, as always, I'm looking for, I guess, new and exciting things that they're doing with drones. California has started using drones, the LAPD system, etc. But in Novato, California, they used it in a very unique way. When a would-be arsonist made a break from the cops and got caught in a 6-hour standoff, in the midst of the standoff, the arsonist asked for a cigarette, which, of course, the cops are not going to give him something that ignites.
Right.
So their idea was to give him a vape pen. And the way they delivered it to him was with the drone.
Right.
All right.
Now,
All
I
right.
don't think I have that footage. I have the footage of him. Is this him?
Yeah, this is him.
This is him trying to be an arsonist. And the question is, apparently he dumped gas on the floor in there and wanted to light the place up, but it didn't take.
Well,
No.
So
he's in a gas station, right? He's
yeah,
in
I mean
Circle K.
that's a bad
There's
place to
cigarettes
do it.
everywhere.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. So the question remains: are you still an arsonist if the fire didn't light? And then, of course, the Circle K employee did the smart thing. He brought a Circle K mat out and then just kind of snuffed it, which is smart. You don't want to stomp on that, create sparks. So
I just thought they'd put some chloroform in the vape pen. Just
yeah, that'd be great. Yeah.
And right after he got the vape pen, he turned himself in, so it worked.
And of course
he just gave up.
he's
It's
being
like,
transported.
This is one more thing I can't do.
He's being transported to a place where cigarettes are now currency.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
so
hilarious.
next in the news, going on the line of good, exciting things done with drones, a group in, where is this? For the FPT Industrial Tech Day event in Turin, Italy, broke the Guinness World Record for the heaviest lift done with a drone.
Whoa.
What is that thing? Is that it's
massive.
is that an
This
octo?
is called the Mega Drone. It has 16 propellers and it lifted 222.6 pounds to a 1.5 meter height
Wow.
for more than 1 minute and 3 seconds.
Wow. The
That
mega
is
drone.
Huge.
I mean, that's imagine
What
how
does
loud
it
that
weigh?
was.
Do you know? Did they say what it weighs?
It didn't indicate in the article what the drone itself weighs, but I mean it was 101 kilograms, so that translates to 222.6
Right.
pounds.
Wow,
So,
that's a Guinness record, huh?
Yep, Guinness World Record.
Wow. That is
All right.
ridiculous.
So, as we reported earlier in the week, we talked about the new drone rules that are coming from the FAA that will allow people to fly at night and to fly over crowds without requiring waivers. In other words, you'll be able to do this through just a normal request system, similar to Lance. But obviously, there are some, I guess, requirements for that.
Yeah, there's
If you're
some
gonna fly at
caveats for
night-
sure, and there's going to be different tiers, different classes of this, and it's not necessarily all going to be good for us lowly hobbyists and Part 107 holders. It's mostly for Amazon.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing is that the FAA's promise to develop a drone identification system is what's going to be the delay for this, because that system is nowhere near ready. It takes 12 to 18 months for a rule to become a law in the first place, So they're not expecting to see these rules finalized until 2021 or later.
So by identifier, you're talking about like a transponder like they use in aircraft?
Well, they're talking about a drone identification system where the drone would send off an ident to identify what it is, who it's owned by, and what it's doing. In other words, what is its purpose. And then there's everything. The ideas center around everything from apps to ground stations to a whole slew of different technologies that they're looking at to be able to identify these drones.
Now, will this just be for the people that are looking to make this addendum to their Part 107, or is this going to be for everyone? As far as I know, I think hobbyists can still just fly at night, right? I mean, they can, not over people, but you can fly at night as long as you have like a strobe on there for 3 statute miles visibility.
Yeah. There's not a lot in here that identifies that this is going to override or conflict with the existing hobbyist rules.
Okay, good. We can't have that.
So, all right. So moving on then to something a little bit more fun because I love new technology and I love rethinking the use of drones. Global Energy Transmissions, or GET, is a Portland, Oregon-based company that has come up with the ability to wirelessly charge your drone while it's in flight.
Now with this system you can place such charging spots at a distance from 5 to almost 15 miles, and drone can travel from one to another, quickly charge in a few minutes above charging spot and then continue the switch. So that's a perfect system for various industries and applications of drone industry, which are nowadays limited due to the basic limitation of the battery lifetime. And we believe that this approach, which we demonstrate here, can revolutionize what you can do with drones in your business.
I think I understood every other word he said, but basically, and thank you, non-English speaking people, for picking up English. You know, us Americans, we only know one language. And thank you for speaking English for us, whether it be with a thick accent. But the thing that I'm getting from that, it's kind of like these things, like these things where you charge your phone, right?
Yeah.
And
so is that the system though? That whole thing with wires and the poles. So you get near that and it.
You set up the fence, right? You set up the area, and then you fly the drone down into it, and it starts charging the drone. And it can charge multiple drones, so you can have like 4 or 5 drones parked in there, and it can be charging them. And then as you need a drone, you can just take control of it and fly it off, and then bring it back and start charging it. Take the next one, fly it off. I mean, it's essentially persistent flying.
It's a great idea, but how long does it take to charge? And the amount of charging has to be faster than the discharge of it hovering, certainly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has the ability to charge it faster than the drone is consuming it.
Now, what happens if you step into there? Like if a person gets in there, you get Dane Bramage or what?
No idea.
That's what I need for my my flight across Wyoming.
I mean,
a couple of those. Set
yeah,
up
there you go.
the
Are you
state.
still doing that?
Oh heck yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get the money together because it's costs money.
And let's go ahead and skip ahead to that story really quick.
Oh, you want to skip ahead? Okay. Well,
yeah.
In that case, then we're going to hop, skip, and jump to a man who flew a Mavic 2 Pro for more than 22 miles over a busy road in Florida.
It's
And
my record.
And here's Ash Ha explaining more about that.
Hi, I'm Ash from Droning On. Now, whilst the majority of drone operators are focused on protecting our hobby and sport and creating positive drone stories, some are sadly determined to destroy it. And I'll add that the new FAA regulation changes just introduced probably won't help. A new obsession has developed for flight range, and that basically involves extending the battery capacity and flying the drone as far as possible away from yourself, long away from line of sight, and basically all in order to log an unofficial world record. Strange, bizarre and sad as this is, it's also illegal, and it puts our hobby at risk of increased regulation, as we've just seen here in the UK and in Canada, where drone laws are already now implemented or on their way. At this rate, America will probably follow next. The drone operator in this case uses his full name for his YouTube channel, and he's apparently called Pablo Chacon. He uses the same name on Mavic Pilots, a discussion group where range junkies compare their silly exploits in flying as far as they possibly can, long out of line of sight. On Saturday, he posted to the group showing off a video in which he states that he drove his car on a road in Florida at the same time as manually piloting his drone over a distance of 36 kilometers. That's about 22 miles. Now, clearly, this is just stupid and careless. You cannot concentrate on flying a drone and avoiding obstacles whilst also driving a car safely on a public road with other traffic about. He even comments in his post on Mavic Pilots that he had to hold the controller in one hand and the steering wheel in the other, and the worst is yet to come. But before any of my viewers consider defending him, just think about how you'd feel if he had lost control of his car and smashed into your family who were driving along that road, killing them all. So the video that he shared shows a manually navigated flight. The entire flight length, in fact, is 45 minutes due to the extended battery that the operator has attached to his DJI Mavic. Now, the big issue here is not necessarily the range, because he wasn't entirely out of line of sight and partially had the drone in sight whilst he was driving. However, you simply cannot drive a car whilst also keeping focus on your drone and any full-sized manned aircraft which might be about to cross its path. Therefore, I would argue that strictly he wasn't in line of sight. Now, at the end of the video, he drained his drone battery so far that he couldn't even properly pilot it down to land, and the drone flies out of control to a stop in the middle of the opposing carriageway, right in front of oncoming traffic. Worst still, if we take a glance at his YouTube channel where he shows off similar videos flying centrally in the middle of cities, he's clearly quite a careless and selfish operator. For somebody to conduct a drone flight in this way whilst driving a car shows an absolute disregard for safety and a ton of ignorance.
Wow. Thank you, Ash. His name's Ash Ha from Droning On. You check out his channel. He's got some great videos on there. There's a link in the description to the full video. And now, Chris, your thoughts on that?
Okay, I've done several videos where I'm following the drone with a car. I'm not operating the car. I have a driver, which is, at the time of the flights that I've done, totally legal. As long as you're maintaining a line of sight. You can be in one vehicle, be it a boat or a motor vehicle, such as, is a motor vehicle a car? Whatever. As long as the vehicle you are operating the drone from is not another aircraft, that is totally legal. However, he was driving at the same time. That's pretty dumb. I've tried to do that in a parking lot in a Dodge Viper. That was pretty hard to do.
Some people may call me out because a couple of years ago I did a similar video where I was driving the car and flying the drone backwards. I did it on a backcountry road, and I did have a spotter on the side of the road. We had walkie-talkies, and all the bases were covered. But yeah, it's not a wise thing to do. I probably wouldn't do it again.
I mean, I really don't have an issue with him hitting other aircraft because he was not high enough to hit other aircraft. I mean, he was barely above the tree line, but I mean, towers, power lines, he was definitely low enough for that. And that's really hard to do. I mean, there's so many things. Even operating, even the fact that I've done this from a car, I mean, it's like hyper alert that you have to be just scanning for high voltage lines and cell phone towers. It's hard to do.
Absolutely.
I'll throw
as
in
I
my
say
2
that
cents.
as I'm planning to fly across the state.
I'll throw in my 2 cents. I think the argument for me is less about the drone as much as it is about the operation of the vehicle. I think that he was careless with other people as he was driving that vehicle. And yes, Ash is right. I mean, you're not supposed to be messing around with your cell phone. So a remote from a Mavic that you have to keep an eye on and make sure the Mavic isn't going to drift down and crash into trees or collide with something. He wasn't watching the road the whole time.
I 100% agree with that.
I'm more concerned about the drive than I am the drone at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for those responsible drone pilots watching, and I know that's most of you, and all of you, you're right. It's up to us, really, to report these things to the FAA, because the FAA are not police. The only way they can find out about reckless and careless flights is by you reporting them, and you can do that via the link that I have in the description here. And there's a few things that you should know when reporting a moron. And by the way, yes, during the shutdown, it's going to slow some things down. But so you want to go down here, and you have all these choices. You want to click on the general public. Then the next one.
That's us.
That's us. And then click on that. That's by default. Now, this is the important part. Don't click on any of these, because they will all take you to dead ends. You want to click on none of the above. I think it's just the FAA trying to make sure everybody's paying attention and not just willy-nilly. So if you want to report a moron, then you just fill out the form here. You can put first name more, last name on. That's more on. And just fill this out. And then submit it. And then, of course, they will have to follow up on that.
The old see something, say something technique.
Yeah, of course.
Gotcha.
It's up to us as responsible pilots to report the irresponsible pilots. And now I think we can go back, Jeff, and
Okay.
And
so we'll back up then to the one other story that we had. Legendary surfer Derek Ho was at the Bonsai Pipeline surfing. There's not a lot of background information on this other than the video itself, in which a drone nearly hits him.
Yeah, check this out. This is pretty awesome.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Isn't it? So there goes the drone.
Whoa.
By the other drone. I mean,
pilot.
Yeah, but perfect sky. Look at that. Just gorgeous.
Look at him matching the speed
Yeah.
perfectly.
Now, here comes the drone in the background. You see it?
I do not.
You see it's a little dot?
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah, he got pretty close. I'd say within 3 feet. Here, I'll zoom it in. You can see him coming in. And just as the wave goes up, the drone's going down. And I'd say it's pretty close.
Do you have footage? Do you have footage from that drone?
They didn't share the footage from the drone in the article that I found the information in. So I would imagine it's out there somewhere, but they're probably not proud of it. But yeah, I mean, nobody was hurt. It was a near miss, but still, it's just one of those things where you want to be careful if you're, filming around people.
If I was that drone pilot that filmed the incident, I'd be ticked that guy ruined my shot.
Right? Yeah.
Because I'd be going, this is amazing.
Yeah. And then here comes this other
Doofus
drone in
just
there.
Messes up the shot.
Yeah, right. Well, there's something that I feel that I need to mention to everyone. You guys are all my friends, and if you guys know me, you know that I was in an accident, a really bad accident, where I almost died about a year ago, just the day after Christmas. And as a result of that, I had a lawsuit against the distracted driver that turned my car into an accordion. And I was fortunate enough to finally get a settlement recently. And I thought to myself, what could I do with that money? Could I go on a trip? Put it in a bank? Nah. I want to do something that would benefit what I'm doing here and benefit all of you watching. So what I did was, with Jeff's help, I bought an ungodly video editing system. And so, that way I can share that with all of you. And one of the things I got was and I'll show you this here. This is my current setup here. This is two, what are these, 27s, Jeff?
Yeah.
Okay.
They look like 27.
Yeah. So what I did was I got one of those super mega ultra wide. That's just one monitor. It's 49 inches, and it's as if you have two, but it doesn't have the bezel in the middle of it, right? So
it's more like 3.5. That thing's huge.
It's really, really big.
It's huge.
And so I got that, but I also got a system to go along with it. And here's Jeff to tell you more, because he helped me pick it out. Jeff?
Well, so we decided to go with something that has way more power than what Ken would ever possibly use, and going on the basis that gaming rigs and stuff have the incredible power that he's looking for.
Right, and I wanted it to be future proof as well. I don't want to buy something and then it be obsolete in 2 years.
Yeah. So, do you want the hardware specs for this one? Is that what you're looking for?
Sure.
Okay,
I won't
so
understand any of it, but you can.
Well, it's an Area 51 Alienware with an Intel Core i9 processor. It's got 18 cores with 4.4 gigahertz of Intel Turbo Boost. He has two dual RTX 2080 Ti NVIDIA graphics cards with 11 gigabytes of DDR6 memory on each card. He has 64 gigabytes of quad-channel HyperX memory. He has a 2 terabyte SSD boot drive and a 2 terabyte 7200 RPM SATA drive with a 1500 watt multi GPU approved power supply. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, for free they gave you a keyboard and a mouse.
Yeah, they did.
Well,
thanks.
yeah, you just bought a.
Yeah, and I didn't bring a car.
You bought a car.
Yeah, basically, I didn't bring a picture of it. If you've seen the Alienware, it's like a triangle case thing, and it lights up. It's got RGB.
Yeah, yeah.
And for the dorks out there, I think I saw some. And I mean dork in the most loving way. Someone said, "Is it a Threadripper?" No, I went with the Intel.
Yeah, we went with the Intel specifically because Threadripper doesn't have as good of a performance with Adobe, and the Intel does. So that's the reason why we went with the Intel i9.
So, and along with that, I did buy a moat for the building, extra alarms, and a cheetah that will be in the room with the computer at all times. So don't even think about it.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm looking forward to, all the glitches and stuff that happened with the stream. Gone. I said, what's it going to take to make that stop? And apparently it's going to take making it rain a little bit. So that's what I did. I got no money left, but I'm going to bring quality to you because I love you guys. I love what I'm able to do every week here with your help. And thank you very much to the stream team. That is Jeff Sills and Greg Kunert from Oz by Drone. You guys are my rocks. I mean it.
Happy to help.
And with that, we got to say goodbye.
Thanks for stopping by. Now get out.
Okay. Now it's just us again.
I like that.
So, Chris, what would you like to do right now?
What?
What would you like to do? It's up to you. Because I've got about 5 minutes, and then we got to call Mattias Allring. You know what? I'm going to share a video.
Okay.
And this is something
what I want to do.
that I meant to play last week, but I lost it because I accidentally deleted an entire directory. This whole last week has been reconstructing Wirecast files.
Yeah, that's what you were telling me earlier. You were like, hey, I don't have any of your stuff anymore.
Yeah, and I apologize to Todd Fox. This is the Quarry video that you were going to see last week. And I just want to go, and I think I saw a super chat go by.
There's been several, actually.
There has? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Anubis Arts, $20 super chat. Thanks for the video feedback. Appreciate it. Yeah, if you want to, if you need me to go over your video, if you want to send me a link to your video and I'll give it constructive criticism, you can do that and you can send it right here to kenheronupload@gmail.com. I may not get to it right away, but I'll get to it.
Are we doing that today on the show?
The critiques, no. But I will tell you that later on today, we're going to do a viewer visit. We're going to have just...
Yes,
just one of the random viewers, we're going to invite them in to Skype. So if you have a Skype account, just hold on to that information, and we'll get to that a little bit later. But first, I did promise... Oh, and Artco, Drone Solutions, $10 super chat. Vanilla eyes for the Mavic Air. Yes, I do have these eyeballs available in vanilla and chocolate. I have all kinds of other decals available. And $10 super chat or to my PayPal, and you will get those as well. And by the way,
I've never gotten any eyes from
you need to get some. These really do deter the birds, because the birds look at these eyes on your drone and they say, that's a bigger bird. I better get out of here.
I've had some close calls.
Yeah. So right now, Todd Fox, we're going to share this awesome video of a quarry blast, and he did send me this email. Hey Ken, my name is Todd Fox. I live in Fort Scott, Kansas, and I work for Bourbon County. I shot this video of one of our many rock quarries being blasted in order to use it, our rock crusher, and maintain our gravel roads. I've always wanted to experience this, and now I have. I can't even explain the intense sound and feeling of one of these blasts. Even from half a mile away, you can feel the ground tremble beneath your feet. Anyway, I thought you might find this interesting and use it on TNL. Thanks for all you do for the drone community, and keep up the good work. So here it is from Todd Fox, and I appreciate that very much. Enjoy this boom. love that stuff.
Dude.
I think we're going to get another angle.
Look at the stuff landing out on
Oh
the
yeah,
peripheral there.
here's a better shot, and it hits the camera. Check this out.
Dang.
Listen. One more, slow-mo. I love watching det cord in slow motion, don't you?
Right? Oh, it's amazing. Oh,
Look at that.
that was epic. That was so good.
Yes. Oh, yeah. It just makes you feel like a man, doesn't it?
So good.
Man.
I'm saving up for a slow-mo camera to add to my channel. Oh, I want one so bad.
You know what? I can actually recommend one.
If you have one
I do, actually.
and you need me to, review it or whatever.
This is the Sony RX100 Mark VI. You know about this camera?
You filmed me with that camera.
Yeah, this is like my main go-to camera, and the
Does that 1,000 frames?
996 frames a second,
Right.
and it's enough for most things. What I really wanted to see was I wanted to watch my Phantom propellers go slow around.
Yeah.
It doesn't quite
Yeah.
do that, but it is pretty good for most other stuff. So there's that.
So I'm saving up for a Chronos camera. Have you heard of that one?
Yes.
Costs about $3,500. Does like 40,000 frames a second. Like I want to add that to my channel repertoire so bad.
Oh man.
I don't own $3,500.
No, no, $3,500 owns you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
U.S. dollars. Ugh.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway.
Well, yeah, that's so cool. And make sure that you call me when you get that, and we can go play together.
Oh, no doubt.
Okay. Cool.
No
well,
doubt.
so now let's go ahead and did we get any more super chats or anything? right.
No, you got the last one.
And by the way, that's another thing. The way I have this set up now, I can't really read the chats all that well. So once the monitors come in, I'm going to take one of my other bigger and have it this way so I can read the...
Yeah. Well, see, man, to do this, I've actually got the chats up on my phone, and then that's why I keep looking over here because I've got my phone doing the chats, and then you're over here.
Oh, that's smart. All right, so we're calling...
Not just a hat rack, my friend.
Let's see if we can bring in Mattias, all the way from Sweden.
That's why I love the internet.
Isn't it great? Alexa, tell me a joke.
Why was the rabbit so happy? Because some bunny loved him.
Oh, that was a really bad joke. And I think...
Alexa, tell me a better joke.
Come on, Mattias. There he
Hey.
is, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, welcome to the show, man.
It always feels like a really good idea to be on your show, and then you wake up in the middle of the night, confused.
Did you set your alarm?
Yeah, I did set my alarm clock, and I dreamt that it was ringing, and I didn't wake up, and then I threw myself out of the bed, looking at the clock, and it was still 5 minutes left.
Oh my goodness. I'm going
It
to
was
change...
like, the alarm was in here.
I have to change this. I'm going to change this so we can... There we go. There we got that.
What?
Now we got...
Why can't this be a morning show? Wouldn't that be a good thing? Morning show.
I did a morning show on the radio for 30 plus years. I'm done with that. I'm done with that. I'm sorry I can't make it more convenient for you. But thank you. So how long ago were you asleep?
It was half an hour ago.
Oh, okay. Did you have any good dreams? Did you dream about us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just the panic of missing the show.
Right. Well, for those who don't know, Mattias Allring here, and there's a link to his channel in the description. Check his channel out. He has a very unique talent, and that is the ability to fly drones backwards. And I have some examples right here. I'm going to go ahead and play some footage from the Spark around the world that I sent you. And this is a project that we're doing to help Make-A-Wish International. Eventually, we're going to get everybody, all the footage together, and then auction it off to help the kids. And I think you still have the drone, right? You didn't send it off to Denmark yet.
It's still here. I have some more ideas I want to, but...
Yeah.
Oh, that looks awesome. Look at that. That looks so good.
Yeah, that's me. And then it went to Australia, and then a young 360 in Hong Kong, and then
sending it something from Hong Kong.
Oh yeah.
To a guy in Sweden means that the government gets very interested in taxes.
That's right. It was hung up in customs for a while. And what did we have to do to resolve that? Did we lie and tell them it was only worth $1?
Well, first we had to let it fly back again.
Okay.
And then send it again with claiming it was not worth the same amount. I think she's put nothing there the second time. That made them a little bit suspicious. Who's sending nothing?
Right.
In a big package here.
Yeah, there's no value to it.
Yeah, and I claimed it was to get it through. I had to claim that it was used camera equipment with a very limited value, which is partially true.
It's true.
Kind of true.
I mean,
it's camera equipment.
I hate to knock on the Spark, but it is kind of useless. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And Ken
Spark.
loses 20,000 subscribers.
There you go. I am kidding. I am kidding. The Spark is fun, and that's why I picked it to send it on its world journey. Now, the Spark can do amazing things in the right hands, and these hands, belonging to Mattias, can fly it backwards. And there's no audio to this, but I'll share this while you describe what's going on. And this is you on vacation. Where were you? In the Canary Islands?
Yeah. Canary Islands, that's outside of Morocco. So this is part of Spain. So this was out from our hotel suite.
Uh-huh. Was that the first try?
That was...
I mean, you didn't...
Still alive.
You didn't crash. You didn't crash it at all, did you?
No.
Okay.
But I would never take these risks with my own drone, of course. No, it would be such... I mean, I couldn't bullshit my way out of a crash here.
Yeah.
I mean, I can just buy a new drone.
Right. Look at that. There you go. Very good. Yeah. So I have another video of you. Oh, by the way, you on your channel, we don't get a lot of chances to see your face because usually we see it and then it goes away because you're flying backwards. But I just wanted to point out to the ladies who are watching, you've got quite the chin. Look at this. You've got the butt chin going. That is a nice cleft chin, my friend. That is strong. Ladies, you soak that up. Yeah.
That's Disney. That's Disney good.
There you go, man. Ladies, I think he's already taken, but you can go ahead and take a screenshot and make that your desktop if you want.
Show statistics on your YouTube channel. You have like 4% women, right?
I know it is
just substantially better than me. I have 100% dudes on my channel. I have 1,500 followers, 0 women.
Oh, so it's a stag party over at your channel.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty accurate across all of our drone channels, though. To be honest,
I don't know why that is.
I think I hit 5% the other day.
We need more ladies.
They just don't care.
I'm running a Facebook group in Sweden. We have like 2,500 members, focused only on photography with drones, and we have 5%. That seems to be the lady share of the drone community, 5%. Mm-hmm. Then there's another group that I'm a member in that is amateur photo, and they do exactly the same things on the ground, and they have more than 50% women. So it's more women than men doing photography.
Why don't women like flying cameras? I don't get it.
I don't know. I tried to interview some women about it, and it seems to be that it's too nerdy. It's something about the nerdiness.
Nerdy?
Women.
It's the coolest thing ever. Anyway, let's go ahead and
Hashtag triggered.
Yeah. I got a little triggered. Let's go ahead and play the second one. Now this one, Chris, watch this. This is amazing. And I'm going to put all these videos from the Spark going around the world together. But this one in particular is really cool.
Yeah, so here we're out in wastelands. It's a fairly strong side wind.
Clearly, look at that.
Yeah.
Nice.
It goes into ATI mode. and that's pretty hard. And yeah.
Oh, that's right, because
yeah.
it can't see the satellite. It goes right into ATTI mode immediately.
Yeah,
the camera kind of like went like.
Yeah, here's another try.
Did you hit the top?
No.
No,
and hitting the top was not the biggest risk as I saw it. It was hitting the ground, because the exit there, you can't really see it because it whites out.
Yeah.
But it's the ground. I had to pull out in the right moment, otherwise I would hit the ground. So I had my wife. I'm not sure if you see that in that clip, but I put my wife as a spotter there, and she would just wave when the drone, just as it came out, and then I pulled up. But the last time I made the clip, I think it was this one. I was so close to the grass that I got a big grass straw with me up in the air, pretty far until it fell off.
Now, you killed a spark at one time.
Yeah. Well, it kind of killed itself.
Yeah, you were a spark murderer. Is that right?
Yeah. Well, the thing about the spark is that I really don't trust this drone. I mean, it's fun to fly.
Yeah.
But the problem is that it goes into ATTI mode a lot, even when you're not in tunnels. And if you fly like I do, and you don't see that yellow warning sign, and if you turn down the volume or you don't hear it going into ATTI mode, I mean, suddenly you let go of the controls to stop, and the drone doesn't stop. Yeah. That's never happened with any other drone, but it happened a lot with my Spark. And one time it happened at the wrong moment. I was flying over a lake. I was just about to stop where I was. Nothing hard, nothing dramatic, and just kept on going into a tree and down into the lake. So that was the end of it.
And
that was, yeah.
But it was shallow enough that you retrieved it.
Yeah. It was just, yeah.
But to what end? Did it survive?
No, it didn't survive. No, it died. Yeah. I did a lot of wrong things trying to save the life of it. I should have.
Did you do DPR, drone resuscitation?
No, I'm not certified.
Certified. You know,
make it, buddy. You gotta make it. I said that a lot.
Well, you shared your story about your crash, and I know I shared this video before of my crash. There's people watching that may not remember that I crashed over Christmas, my Phantom 4 Pro, and there's a reason why. And Chris, you've seen this video?
Yes.
It's tragic, and there's a lesson to be learned, and the lesson is, don't be so excited and in such a hurry to get the shot that you forget to do your pre-flight check, because that's what I did. I didn't have obstacle avoidance on because I was filming something else where I was in tight quarters and I couldn't have it on, and I didn't set my return to home height properly. And actually, I don't have the audio with this, but the last thing that I said right before the crash was, I was telling the other guys, because I'm experienced guy, I know better than these guys. I want to give them some advice, some fatherly advice. So I said, yeah, you got to make sure that when you're flying around these tall buildings that you set your return home height properly. Well, dumb me. 10 seconds later, I crashed into a building, a skyscraper that was 20 feet higher than I thought it was. So anyway, here that is. And this is how your day can go from super exciting to super sad instantly, because this is in Atlantic City, New Jersey. And you can see why I was so excited.
Yeah.
Like you're flying into a mirror.
Yeah. It's amazing. And there's the Atlantic Ocean right there. It's right on the shore. The reflection of the horizon, even in there, it almost looks translucent. And I am thrilled. And I met some people. There's some people with me that drove over an hour to meet me that day, and I did this in front of them. I just feel so bad.
But you retrieved the SIM card or the memory card.
Yes, and Brian Cook was the one who actually stitched it together, because, as you know, when drones crash, you rarely get the footage. But this caught the footage all the way down. This is hard for me to watch. I was like, hey, let's go to the golf ball building. Like, yeah, let's do it. And right here, I'm like, I am having a blast. I'm like, yes, this is great. All you can see the reflection of the city. And it's just perfect. perfect, nice little manual orbit. You got a Ferris wheel in the background. And then right here is where, and we're on top of a parking garage, where the building got in between me and the drone. And that's where it said, do you want to cancel return to home? And I was like, nah, I know I'm high enough. So I didn't. I had about 5 seconds where I could have fixed it.
You're almost high enough.
Almost. Yep. But here we go.
I was so freaking close.
I know. Watch, you can see the
you're
reflection of the
about
drone.
30 feet off.
This is painful.
I know
Bam!
that.
Let me just back it up real quick. Here, I want to back it up, and I'll freeze.
It's a
Yeah,
good
go
selfie
frame by
there.
frame.
Yeah, I'm
Frame
gonna.
by frame.
Looks like the mirror shot I had with the spark there.
Yeah.
No, this
Okay.
couldn't have happened when you
can
had.
really see
There
the
we go.
drone Whoa.
Yeah, look at that. You can see the eyes on it.
Yeah, you see that?
Look at that.
Absolutely.
And there's like that's and then now what happened was the freaking arm broke, not just the prop. You can see that it's dangling by the
Yeah.
wire, and it's spinning, and it's falling slowly because 3 props are
There
working.
it is.
It's making the most god awful noise. It still haunts my nightmares this day. It's going. And while it's falling, this whole time I'm thinking, oh, it's gonna land on a baby. It's gonna land on a Lamborghini. That's it. I'm done. And I felt so bad. And
How high was that?
710 feet.
Yeah, that's a long way.
Yeah, and
That's a long way.
It landed in the street. Didn't hurt anybody. But this is the kind of thing that can happen, and you have to be aware of this. Of course, I was insured at the time, but I don't think that would have covered if it landed on a baby.
And of course, that couldn't have happened when you had 200 subscribers. Now that you've
Right, right.
You got 75,000, whatever the heck you got now.
Right. The more people see, now I'm turning red.
The world has now seen it.
Yeah, as soon as you said that, look, I realized, oh, damn, people are going to see this. I'm turning red.
Yeah, but people will be more interested to make a lawsuit now. You look like a more financially solid person now.
That's
can squeeze.
America.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
But no, the building wasn't damaged. Everything's good.
Yeah. So I crashed Mavic Air, and it's the same thing. As soon as you lecture about something or principle or something, then you do that mistake yourself.
Yeah.
You remember me talking about that the thing with pullbacks, the thing that you can judge the hardest is the distance.
Yes,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, I talked about that a lot, and then that's how I killed this. So I.
What happened?
Yep.
Yeah, I had this perfect granite cliff, the cliff of death pullback, which is level 1, the easiest thing you can do. And then there was another cliff behind that. So I thought I'm just gonna put it on a line to the first cliff, and then climb to the next line and go over the next cliff.
Right.
And there will be plenty of distance between these 2 cliffs. So I'm going backwards, full speed, sport mode with the Mavic Air, which is fast.
Oh.
I passed just over the first cliff perfectly where I wanted to be, and then I start to realign it to the next cliff, and it was not a big distance. It was very short distance. So I went full speed backwards, right into that. You had this beautiful crash video of everything tumbling around.
Yeah.
I didn't even get that.
Oh,
I
you
just
didn't?
got the movie just stopped.
Did the battery pop out? I guess the battery came out.
Yeah. It was like, when you have a perfect swing in golf and you get this perfect sound when you hit it.
Yeah.
That was the sound the granite made on my Mavic Air.
And that sound will haunt you, won't it? Just like because when it landed, I was lucky. I still have the battery. The battery was fine. I was able to salvage it. It wasn't damaged.
Yeah.
It fell so slowly that I was able to salvage it. But let's stop talking about crashes. I'm getting upset. But you know what I did? I was probably an hour and a half. I was 90 minutes without a drone. I went and bought another one.
Well, when you posted that on Instagram, I didn't actually understand what had happened because you posted so quickly the crash and then the new drone.
Yeah.
It didn't compute. I was like, wait, he just bought a drone and crashed it like 30 minutes later? Because like you made the post about the crash and you made the post about the new drone. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of time in between. That little window
I was
of
really
90 minutes.
heartbroken for you because I thought 30 minutes of a drone was dead.
Yeah.
I mean, I was heartbroken regardless. But
It's important for me to have this tool, and I just couldn't. I had that money set aside for something else, food, rent. I was like, meh, I gotta have a drone. But
you need to have a proper grieving process. I mean, you can't.
That's true.
Well, not really. It's like getting another girlfriend after you break up with the previous one. The new girlfriend. Yeah, it's a rebound drone. The new girlfriend always helps, doesn't it? Even though the new girlfriend.
A rebound. Does it ever get serious? A rebound drone. You will never treat this drone properly.
No, because the new girlfriend, they may smell a little different and they don't kiss as well. This thing
is gonna crash and burn.
This thing doesn't kiss as well as the other drone.
That we've ventured into, fellas.
There go our 2 female viewers.
Yeah, they're gone.
Yeah.
But didn't you send it in to DJI? You didn't send it in? Why didn't you send it in?
Because I sent it to
Operator.
Jeffrey Sills Repair Shop. Yeah,
okay,
Jeff is repairing it. It's actually not that bad. It's going to cost about $200 to fix.
I sent my Mavic Air in. I did not have DJI care on anything ever. Which kind of, it becomes more exciting to do pullbacks that way. But after I crashed it, I thought I would just throw it in the trash or something.
Yeah.
But I sent it in anyways. Because people kept telling me, send it in anyways, and you'll see what they charge you. And it cost me like $160 or something. Not a lot of money. Yeah.
That's great.
Which is probably, when I killed my Spark in the water, and somebody bought it from me for nothing, that's probably what they did. Send it into DJI. And what they do, and this is pretty cool. If you look close at this, look at it. It still has the stickers on.
What?
So the drone they send me back is not the drone. Yeah, they send you a new one.
Oh yeah, they don't send the same drone anymore. A couple of years ago,
Jeff, I want my Mavic back.
Yeah, a couple of years ago when I sent my Phantom 4 in, I did get the same one back, but I think that's because I had stickers and eyeballs all over it. They couldn't. I don't know, but that was the last time.
I got run over by a truck, so I'm pretty sure they'd have to redo something, right? I mean, mine got crushed by a truck.
Are you second guessing giving it to Jeff to fix?
Severely.
No take backsies. No take backsies.
What did you? If you send it in, you don't have to take pilot error, right?
Okay, so my
run over by
had expired by like 3 days when I crashed mine. And so I thought, whatever. And I made a little video about it, and then Jeff contacted me. He's like, I think I can rebuild it. So I sent it off.
It wasn't
moron.
No. You're giving Jeff. He enjoys doing that.
No, I'm kidding. I don't think I would have gotten away with $160. That thing was freaking destroyed.
Yeah.
And the fact that Jeff has gotten as much done with it as he has blown my mind. If you guys haven't watched what he's done to the drone that I destroyed, go check out Jeff's channel because it's phenomenal what he's been able to rebuild.
Yeah, and don't start sending Jeff all your broken drones. Not at least until I get mine fixed. I don't want him bogged down with a whole bunch of.
He's giving it back to me, but
right. So Mattias, thank you so much for being on. One of the things that
something more before we continue. I've been in my first movie shot.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, I was contacted by a movie company, or they're doing a TV series, like the Swedish version of Netflix, so it's not in English. Yeah, and they needed a really skilled drone pilot to do something really advanced, and a lot of people was pointing on me. I talked to this guy, so I was trying to be really fast calling them up because before Viggo calls them, Viggo Koch, because then he would get it. But so I got the job. And I was like thinking, I'm gonna do a police chase scene or something really cool.
What did you do? What did you do? What? No. What?
Oh, come on.
This is what they wanted me to fly with this little control.
No, wait. Hold on. They hired you. They paid you money to fly that.
Yes, they did. And so this is my career right now. This one. So I did the job. I did it. Yeah. Yeah, and so actually it was a serious job. They had written a manuscript for something, thinking that this was really easy to fly because it's a toy.
Right.
And the scene was not that easy to fly.
No, they're not easy to fly. No.
No.
But is
yeah.
that something you want to put on your resume?
So so they told me I should show up for practice. So I thought I would just go there, show I could fly this up and down. And once I show up at the place, they are shooting, and they're shooting the practice scene of the movie. So it's like 20, 30 people there, you know, movies.
No pressure. No pressure at all.
Everything. And it's a scene where the actors are training to use a drone. So they want me, and what they had set up then is this drone should fly, and this is outdoors. This drone cannot hardly fly indoors.
Did you try telling them that?
And it's windy, and they want me to. I should fly up. I cannot tell any spoilers here, but what I need to do is to fly up in the air and down through a tube this wide. Vert down, not to fly all the way, but down, but to crash into it. So I had to hit it like in golf almost.
Right.
And before then I had to fly in front of the face of an actor and everything. So they just, okay, now we're gonna film, shoot.
How many takes did it take you to do that?
I couldn't even go all the way close to the hole. I had to stand outside of what the camera could see, which was like 10 meters away. So
you're at the edge of the range already.
Right, and they must have had 10 of them, because the battery is only like 5 minutes of flight time on that, right?
Yeah, that was the only thing that they did correct there in their assumption. Yeah, you need a lot of drones, and they have a whole film team, so they had it like they really had literally 10 of them. That charge. But that was the only research they did right. I mean, these don't fly outdoors.
Did you? When they approached you and said, "This is the drone we want you to fly," how hard was it not to laugh in their face? I would have taken the job, yeah, but I would have been like, what?
Standing there having all these 20 people looking at you while you have to do that on a few attempts.
Yeah.
That was pretty intense, but also to know that nobody here appreciates how hard this is. Nobody understands that this is the hardest drone you can fly.
It's absolutely
and they're all
true.
laughing like we're paying this guy to
yeah,
fly this toy.
Yeah, the smaller ones are harder to fly, and that's really what people should train on. If you're watching and you don't have a drone, get one of those little ones and train on it.
I mean, I have this tiny one, and I love this thing. It's so humbling to fly.
It's just fun, right?
Very fun.
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. It annoys the snot out of my wife.
Well,
she's watching. She's reading a book, and I'm like,
that's awesome. Thanks for that story, man. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed already to Mattias' channel, please do so. He's got a lot of great stuff on there, and he promises that he's going to add more content soon. And you can search his name on my channel and see his previous guest spots where he teaches everybody how to fly backwards, and that's very helpful. But right now, we do a thing with all of our guests called Would You Ride It? And today's is called the Electrifly Taxi. The Utah-based company has developed a multi-rotor aircraft capable of flying a human passenger with four electric motors and the gas-powered jet turbine. It's you've probably seen it before. It's made by Kitty Hawk, and here it is. Would you fly this? Would you ride it? I think, and I've showed another iteration of this before, I think I'm a solid yes on this. As long as it's over water and it's not too high. Looks like a catamaran.
That's one of the best looking ones that you've shown.
Yeah. So in the chats, let us know, would you ride this? I'm a yes on this.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah. You guys would?
Yeah, you know what that has that I see very few of these drone things have is that it's got a roll bar over your neck. And so many of those don't, and which really boggles my mind. If that thing was to go south and go upside down,
Right.
I want something that's going to hit the ground before my spine. And that one has that, which for me is a definitely yes.
Yeah, it's a very well thought out thing. Absolutely. Yeah.
And it's clean, like it looks good. Like they've thought, like they're not just making it functional, they're making it aesthetically pleasing. And
well, there's a
kudos
reason for
to
that.
that.
It's because there's people that own Google that are involved in this. So, yeah.
Aha.
So, Mattias, thank you so much for being on again. And we appreciate all of your expertise. Looking forward to what other kind of things are you going to do with our Spark other than crash it?
Yeah, well, I have a friend that has a big house with completely straight line through the house that I could potentially fly.
Do it.
That I want to try.
Do it. Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being on, my friend.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
And you go back to sleep,
care.
okay?
Good night.
All right. Good night. Yeah, he's going back to sleep. So,
Bye bye.
awesome. Well, that story about him flying that little drone,
That's hilarious.
that was hilarious.
Holy cow, that's hilarious.
Let's see.
I mean, I'd take the money for sure.
Now I want to let Frank S know. He's waiting in Canada. We're going to call him a little bit. We're running a little bit long, but I've got so many things that I want to share, and this one I have to share. This is from Chris Hope. Chris Hope.
No, Chris.
Yeah, everybody knows Chris.
Chris is right down the road.
He's an awesome guy. And if you've never heard Chris speak before, he is country. I mean, and he would agree. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, he is he's a Texas boy, is he not?
Oh yeah.
He said, "Hey Ken, I thought I would share. This was something I had never seen before. Thought you would like it. Have a good one." So, this
Your
is
accent's terrible.
This is oh no, that wasn't my impression of him speaking. But here it is, and this is really cool. Maybe you can figure out what this is.
Okay.
Hey everybody. Hey, I made a video today of some pictures and some video I took last week coming home from work. Got some clouds with a pretty defined circle with blue sky showing, kind of like the eye of a hurricane. Now I know it's not that, but I can't get an explanation as to what it is. A few pictures you'll see that the thing looks like it's trying to close up, and the next picture it'll be open. At the end of it, I got about a 20-30 second video, and if you look, you can see some buzzards flying up in it and around it. They're little bitties. That's pretty high up, but anyway, if you think you know what it is, put it in the comment section. I'm curious.
That is an interesting thing. I wonder what would cause that kind of fun. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What is going on? Oh, God. Oh, my goodness. What was that? It's something that caused my camera to stop working. I threw that spaceship in there, Chris. Thank you very much for sending that. Appreciate it. All right, I'm going to blast through some more of these. Oh, this is beautiful. This is from Michael Johnson. Hey, Ken, love your videos. Keep up the great work. This was filmed near Vernal, Utah, over the Green River. And I found out that blades do ice up when you fly through fog. Luckily, no damage. And this is from Michael Johnson. And this is beautiful. Check this out. This was almost the viewer video of the week. And that's coming up.
Oh, that's nice.
Isn't it?
I love me some solar flares. Where is this?
It's in Utah, over the Green River. What I like about this is he clearly made a plan of what his flight was going to be. It was going to go up. It's very purposeful. It's one shot, no edits, very slow turning. And that's really what you have to do. You don't want to...
I love long takes.
Yeah.
If they're done right, you just doing it for not willing to edit, but that's a great long take.
Yeah. Turning around so you can see the shadow of the mountain on the other mountain or hill.
Plateau.
Yeah. I love the color.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
What a beautiful place.
I know. I'm so jealous of people that live near that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And then back around to the fog.
What drone is that with?
I think it was a Mavic. I think.
Man, that's pretty. And he was gaining altitude the whole time, just kind of a helix.
Yeah.
All the way up. That was really well done.
Little lens
now
flare.
It's going backwards. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Nice slow fade to black.
Man.
Bravo.
I could have put that in a short film. That was awesome.
Yeah. I gotta say, that is just fog and beautiful. Thanks, everybody. Good night. I'm out. See ya. All right. That was from Michael Johnson. All right, gonna call Frank S here in just a minute, but first we have some stuff to give away.
Hey, we're giving away more junk.
All right, and it's not junk. Of course, it's not junk.
Of course it's not. It's all name brand stuff, top of the line, very expensive.
This is the MONIN Sport LED, and it's a really cool light. Let me go ahead. I'll make my picture big so you can see it.
Hit me.
Look at that. Oh, with the light.
Turn it on.
Yeah, but what I like about it is the magnet.
Oh, that's Apple technology. That's awesome.
Isn't that great? Like, bam, just like that, and you can charge it. So, all right, I'm gonna blast you with it.
Do it.
You ready? Okay.
I don't have my sunglasses.
Just hold it down for 3 seconds. I might break my camera. Somebody want to win a broken?
Sorry,
No.
did I just ruin the whole giveaway?
No. It's on. It's on. I have to read the instructions. It's so easy. There you go.
There we go.
I just didn't. Yeah. So, it's bright. It's really.
It is bright.
It's very well done. And
It's
so.
about the size of a session.
It is. It actually, yeah, I have a session right here. It's just slightly bigger than a GoPro session. Yeah. So, all right, here's how you win. The question is, and this is the first person to get, and you're going to have to help me, Chris.
Okay, I'm on it.
First person to get the correct answer. Oh, there goes my camera again, man.
I'm still here, guys. Look at me. What else you got?
I got so much, I can't be having my camera messing up on me.
I'll take the show over. Don't worry about
Well,
it.
it only does it when you're on the show. I don't know what's up with that. All right, here's the question.
I'm using my laptop webcam.
We all know that LED stands for light emitting diode. What is a diode? Ah.
Let me Google that real fast.
You can Google it. You can Bing it. You'll lose if you Bing it, but you can Google it. So, what is Bing still a thing?
I think so.
All right, so what is a diode? I'll repeat it. We all know that LED stands for light emitting diode. What is a diode? Alexa, tell me a joke.
Did you hear about the potato that's famous?
No.
It's a YouTuber.
What? What? What did she say? I wasn't even.
I didn't even catch it.
What? I think that was funny. All right. Is it Redbeard the pilot? Chris? He has the correct answer.
It came in so fast.
He has the correct answer. I
I
think.
didn't see Redbeard, but I mean, literally, like hundreds of responses came in all of a sudden.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say Redbeard.
What did he say?
The answer is a diode is a semiconductor device typically allowing the flow of current in only one direction.
Correct.
So,
I mean, I see like Dan Castle got it.
Yeah.
Artco Drone Solutions got it.
Yeah.
Fly Natural got it. I'm just trying to. I can't figure out who did it first.
So, I will go back and see who exactly won if it wasn't him. But remember,
The decision of the judge is final, unless we change our mind.
okay. And now, all rise if you're Canadian, because now I'm going to call our Canadian pal, Frank S. He's from Canada. He's going to share his testing experience and talk about...
How do you actually say his name? What's his last name? It's not S.
His, no, that's just his initial. His real name is Francois something. He's French Canadian.
So, are you? This is off topic a little bit. Are you glad that your YouTube channel is your actual name?
Yes.
So am I. I've had people introduce me by their YouTube handle, and it's very confusing.
It is confusing. Ladies and gentlemen, Francois. Can I call you Francois, or do you want to be called Frank?
Frank is usually easier for English people.
Yeah, okay. All right, awesome. Well, thanks for being on, man. Appreciate it. Now, in the video where we talk about the new FAA rules, people may have thought that I was a little mean to Canada in there, and I apologize to all the Canadians. I was just a little bit. I was saying that I feel bad for the new rules that are coming up, but I did get corrected. Apparently, you're going to be able to fly at night up there pretty soon. Is that right?
Yeah, as of June 1st, night flying will be allowed in Canada.
That's awesome.
Very good. Yeah. And you just recently took and passed your test?
Yeah, I failed miserably the first time, but yeah, no, I did manage to pass it this week. So, in a sense, last week they announced the new rules that were coming into effect as of June 1st by the Prime Minister.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was curious, went on the website and looked at what I needed to do. And so, aside from registering your drone, you need to pass a license. They have two categories. One is the basic operation, and the other one is the advanced.
Okay.
And so anyway, I thought I'd give it a shot for the basic flight operation, and then to my surprise, they have questions in there that are literally for pilots. And
right, that's the same way it is here. There's a lot of fixed wing stuff, and I think they're going to clean that up here in the States. Hopefully. What kind of things did they ask you? Did they ask you, about like METARs and all that kind of stuff?
Definitely, like NOTAMs for like the notice to airmen. They asked about aerodynamics for things that happens with the plane. Hopefully I'm saying this right, but meteorology. So even weather phenomenons. And I mean, from a hobbyist point of view, I'm looking before the flight for wind and gust speed and making sure that the temperature is right. For batteries and stuff. But to go out and ask other things, your camera's messed up.
I know. I'm gonna have to keep doing that the whole time.
But yeah, no. So in a sense, there was a whole lot of questions that I didn't expect. So I got around. At least at the end of the exam, they tell you which area that you need to focus on. They don't tell you which question you got wrong, but what to look into correcting. So I got to try to find the documentation of what I needed to know, and ended up retrying the test and passed it successfully. But I would have assumed that some of these questions would have been in the advanced, like I'm assuming like you guys have in the Part 107.
Right, and I've been told that it wouldn't be much more training to just go ahead and become a regular pilot now that we've all taken that test. Is that?
Yeah.
So even before the basic exam for either one of them, they strongly recommend that you follow a course through a school, which I think is a little bit of a reach for hobbyists and for people that are just looking to fly and be safe and just do the right thing and know the rules. That's a given, and I don't take that away. But I mean, to go to the extent that a third of the exam was essentially questions that even to this day like, what?
Yeah, and
So,
and isn't there something you have to take with a private instructor or something?
yeah, so essentially, when if the basic exam is done, so technically as of June 1st, I'm allowed to do the basic stuff, and essentially is what I'm allowed to do today, and I can continue that. Now the advanced operation, once you pass the exam, you do have to get a flight review. So there's an instructor, a qualified instructor that you have to go see, and they'll review that, and then essentially with Transport Canada, they'll say, okay, yeah, he's good. We acknowledge that he's the right person. He's done the tests, and we're good with this result. And then you get the certificate for advanced operation.
I heard that they're not set prices for these qualified people, and that's going to be a problem.
Well, I don't know for the evaluator, but the course itself, I went through a bunch of them, and it ranges like from 800 to 2,500. You don't necessarily know and that's, I think that's the main issue, at least from my perspective, to move forward.
Wow.
Is to get the proper school, knowing that even the recommendation. Yeah, well, you guys are you're promoting, I think it's Pilot 101.
RemotePilot101.com.
Remote Pilot, yeah.
Yeah.
So finding a school that would do essentially the same thing for a good price. Right now, there's no regulation for that, so I think it's the major issue.
Yeah, and if you Google, I'm sure if you Google from Canada, drone school, you're going to have all these ads of people that may not really even be qualified. They need to regulate that.
At least from the Transport Canada website, they give you a list of schools. So that's the starting point that I had. So they have 60 to 80 different schools across Canada. But the price is just, I mean, it's insane. So
maybe the idea behind that is to kind of weed out the people that don't really want to do that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, true. But right now, if I look at the rules correctly and based on what I understand, even if I pass this advanced pilot license and I go through the whole process, even for the operation that it will permit me to do, I need a drone that is approved by Transport Canada. And right now they have roughly 33 drones. None of the DJI stuff is in there. DJI drones are in there. You get the advanced license, but then anything that you would buy is essentially a drone that is not approved by them, and you wouldn't be allowed to do the operations anyway. I'm assuming they'll get there. I have a hard time believing that DJI would not want to be in that course and have something like the Inspire, because I guess the basic point that they'll probably try to get at is to make sure that the drone has redundancy, 2 batteries, to be safe. So something like a Mavic Air wouldn't be able to do the advanced operation, because obviously if there's a failure with the battery, then you obviously have a brick falling off the sky.
Right. What is your equivalent of the FAA?
It's Transport Canada, so they manage all the rules for the aviation regulation.
Okay, Chris, do you have any questions?
No, sorry, I was answering someone in the comments at the same time.
Oh, okay.
It's I don't know. It's so interesting to me how these people who aren't involved in this world are trying to regulate it, and it's one of those things where when it's almost like they hear rumors of things that will be problems, and they start regulating and causing all of this bureaucratic
I know exactly
nonsense.
what you mean. It's like it's like the internet, all that. You get these old men that think the internet's made of tubes. It's a series of tubes. These senators that don't know what the hell they're talking about.
In all fairness, I'm pretty sure that they'll still adapt. I mean, you guys are looking into night flying, and then this is obviously something that they started that they'll allow, obviously, even for hobbyists, as long as you're outside of a controlled airspace. Some of the rules were to our benefits. I mean, currently we cannot go above 300 ADGL. It'll go to 400, like you guys. And right now there's like 2 categories for drones. So anything up to 250 gram to 1 kilogram follows one set of rules, and then 1 to 35 is another one. So Phantom and Mavic aren't on the same playing field as far as the rule goes. So it's further distance for something that is heavier, like a Phantom.
Right.
Whereas with the new rules, anything from 250 grams to 25 kilograms will be on the same plane.
And that's right now we're in the wild west of all of these rules and regulations. It'll settle down one day. Our kids and our grandkids will enjoy some solid rules one day.
Definitely, they are definitely rushing. I mean, at the beginning of the show, you were showing the reckless guy who was flying the drone and what he was doing in the car. So obviously, with the airport issues last week or 2 weeks ago in London, obviously they're trying to prevent all that.
That's true. If you go back,
the rules that go ahead.
I'm sorry. Most of the rules.
And most of the rules that they have in this regulation is common sense, but I get a feeling that they have to be harsh for the people that'll, if they have to prevent people from using the hairdryer in the shower, obviously something along the lines.
That is absolutely true, and I'm guilty as well. When you first get your drone, I remember what it was like. It was like, I want to see how high it goes, I want to see how fast it goes. I want to see how far away from me I can get. I want to see how low over someone's head I can fly. You go back and watch some of my old videos. I flew. This was pre 2016 August, whatever it was, 16th. I'm flying 2 feet over people's heads in a parade. It was crazy, and but I trusted the equipment, but still, I was a little out of control.
But I do feel like some of the laws that are out right now are based off of stuff. For example, I've had a Phantom 1, a Phantom 2. The Phantom 1 flew away, but before that crashed, flew away continuously. It was always problematic because the technology was faulty, and it was problematic. Phantom 2 was a little bit better, but also had a lot of issues. But like once the Phantom 3, the Phantom 4 started coming in, the technology now, the issues that I feel like people are concerned about as far as like where, what sort of conditions you can fly in and what sort of areas you can fly in, I think are based off of like the Phantom 1 technology. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's
I don't want to say
true.
Too much to incriminate me because of particularly how I believe some of the laws are and how the technology is.
It's just like they can't make rules that just apply to people with certain types of drones. Just like, certain states say, you can't text in your car, even though I'm really good at it.
Well, I mean, and I know airline pilots that keep their phones on the entire time during the flight. They're not in airplane mode, but it's like I have 100% faith in my Mavic 2 that it will not fall out of the sky. And again, I'm just going to limit what I'm going to say here, but I feel like the laws aren't quite matching the technology right now.
That's true.
They're a little bit behind.
Yes.
Yes, legislation will always.
One was a brick. That thing was so hard to fly. It was so unpredictable, and it was dangerous. And I feel like the laws that are on the books now, here in the U.S. in particular, sort of match what the Phantom 1 was capable of in the dangers that it posed to flying over people's heads, as opposed to like what the Mavic 4 Pro does now. Does that make sense?
Yeah, technology will always outpace legislation. But let me just ask you before we're going a little long here. But Francois, what is the overall mood in Canada about flying? Are people afraid of it, or? I mean,
I don't have many people that I know that fly drones. So it's really I can speak for my own mood. I think it's fair in a way if you're doing it from an objective perspective.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel that anyone who's in my position will feel the same way. They'll do whatever they need to do to make sure that they comply and they abide by the law and then fly safely. So I think that's the mood that should be felt by people like me. However, I fear that people who would want to get into it would probably be discouraged by what I had to go through, not doing it,
mm-hmm.
period, or it'll just encourage delinquency and have some people just do whatever they want, then that's not good.
Well, thank you so much for being on with us. You've shed some light. I hope certainly that because there's so much beautiful things to film up there in Canada, and hopefully it's easy for people to come up there from America and or just cross over and film too. I mean,
well, get your passport and come over.
I'll do it. Thank you so much, my friend.
All right, take care.
All right, see ya.
Bye, guys.
All right. Well, he was nice, wasn't he?
I like him.
He's a good guy. Now, the show's going a little bit long, so I have to ask. I'm going to ask you, Chris.
What you got?
I wanted to do a feature tonight called Viewer Visit. Should we do that?
Sure. I have to pee really bad, but go ahead.
I tell you what, I'm going to show a video while Chris pees.
No. I'm here. I'm powering through.
Don't power through. See, because watching you like this is going to make me have to pee. You go ahead and pee.
Well, I want to see the video.
I don't think you can power through it.
How long are we gonna go? Don't even. I'm watching from here. Can't hear you. Can't hear you at all.
Wait for the shake. There you go.
I can still hear that. It sucks.
All right.
All right. What is this video? I gotta see this video.
This video is sent by our buddy Barry Markowitz, and I want you to guess what camera shot this. Was it a drone camera? Was it a DSLR? You tell me what camera shot this beautiful footage here in glorious slow motion.
Well, see, now you got me second guessing everything.
What could it be?
Am I allowed to say, or are we doing a giveaway on this thing?
No, you just guess. I'll go ahead and I'll loop that again.
Since you've got me second guessing the drone thing, is it a phone?
No.
Is it an iPhone?
No, that's an Osmo Pocket.
Really?
Yeah. Should I play it again?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Sorry, I am Wedge is trying to get me to.
This is I think it's 120 frames a second. Barry says it's amazing what the little bugger will do. Cheers. That's I believe that's not Hawaii, is it? Is it? Maybe. Barry Markowitz.
Where's he from?
He was hanging out in Hawaii. He's one of these jet setters that's all over the place. But that's a pretty good picture for a little pocket, isn't it?
Yeah. You've got one, right?
I do. Yeah. And I'm happy with it. Oh, and I have to let everybody know, and I apologize. In my video about this, one of my key things that I was upset about is unfounded. I'll show you. and I'll make a correction right here. Because
that quick.
Yeah, the screen, I thought it was square and it didn't show the correct aspect ratio, but you can actually swipe down, hit the settings, and change it there. So that, and I didn't know that. So
take the video down.
No. No, I'm not gonna do that. Now don't get crazy.
Nobody gets anything wrong on YouTube.
Don't get crazy. But okay, so let's go ahead and try this.
What are we trying?
We're gonna do a viewer visit.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead and
2
pee.
minutes.
Go ahead. All right. Let's talk about Chris behind his back while he's going to do his business. I'll tell you, actually, the idea behind a viewer visit is that I'm going to go ahead and bring someone in who will chat your Skype username.
What's on your mind? We'd really like to hear.
Okay? So this is our little viewer visit segment. I'm going to try to do this every week just so that we can bring more people into the fold and give me a better chance to blow up Skype. So just go ahead and put your Skype username, if you have one, in the chat. If you want to put your Skype username within a super chat, it might help, it might not. You know. So while we're waiting on the lag of the chat, yes, River Mersey, we will razz it up here in a minute. Okay, so I've got Robert Stanton so far. And he's back. Did you flush?
I did not. My wife's asleep.
You didn't flush and you didn't wash your hands, did you, slob?
No, that I did. Well, you can't see, but that I did.
Okay.
Just a little dousing.
Okay. So I'm gonna leave it up to Chris who we bring in. You pick someone.
What did I miss? What's the criteria? What am I looking for?
They're sending their Skype username, and I'm gonna go ahead and try to blow up the interwebs by bringing them in.
Yeah, I haven't seen anybody give me a Skype. Well, 400 AGLs out there.
I've got.
You just did a collab with Mel, didn't you?
Let's try to bring in Robert Stanton.
Where are you seeing that?
It's up a little bit. I think it was one of the first ones. I'll go ahead and try to bring him in.
Maybe my chat's a little behind the live chat.
I'm gonna bring Robert in. Let's go ahead and bring him in.
I didn't get the vote, but sure.
No, that's okay. And I'll go over here, and what I have to do is I have to change the source.
Floppy over here, and then.
Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be a. I didn't anticipate this. Let's see, Robert. Hey, at least we have some groovy music. What are you doing? What do you got there?
I found my teeth.
Is this Robert? Robert?
Hello?
Robert, are you there, buddy? Okay, all right. So now what I have to do, and I didn't anticipate this with Skype. I have to go. I click this, and then I'm going to do a couple clickies while Chris. Oh, there he is.
Go away.
There we go.
Hey,
can you see me now?
Hey, welcome to the show. There you go. Yeah, go ahead.
The light's good.
Now, I have to go ahead and bring you into this shot. What a mess. See, this is why I do stuff before the show.
Yeah, it didn't work.
There we go. Okay, there he is. All right. That's all right. You have a really nice ceiling fan. So,
I may put this up here.
Robert, welcome to the show.
Hello, how are you guys tonight?
Pretty good. You've been watching the show since the beginning?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
It hasn't gone too long tonight? I don't know if...
Not too long. I love your shows. Every show you do is awesome.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. So, are you subscribed to his channel?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good.
Oh, hey.
Very good.
Thanks.
And what kind of drone you got?
I have a Spark and a Phantom 3 Standard.
And which one's your favorite?
Nice.
I happen to love my Phantom 3 Standard a lot more than I do the Spark.
How long have you had it?
I've had the Phantom 3 since 2016.
Wow. Now, does that one operate with the DJI app, the Phantom 3?
With the you have to use
the DJI Go app.
Yeah, you have to use the older app.
The original one, yeah.
How many flights do you have on that thing?
I haven't looked at the log lately.
I'm one of those geeky people. I'm like, oh, 400 flights. Hey, nobody cares. Look at my flights.
Robert, what can we do to make our live stream better for you?
What can you do to make your live streams better?
Yeah.
For you specifically, yeah.
For anyone. What do you think?
I gotta say, more razzmatazz.
Ooh, you want to do the Raz right now?
Yeah. Will it break the internet?
It probably will.
Bring him into the razzmatazz.
All right, let's go ahead and razz it up. Ladies and gentlemen,
Only a diehard fan would know that.
Enjoy the razzmatazz. Here we are, inside with Robert Stanton. Robert, how does it feel?
It's good stuff.
It's chilly.
It does, doesn't it? But it's centering, isn't it? It's like whatever troubles of the day are washed away in the purple goo and bubbles.
Purple haze.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's enough of that.
I want to say thank you for the criticism on the cranberry video.
On the cranberry. You did the cranberry video. Yes.
I'm putting together an instructional video on how cranberries are harvested throughout the year.
That was a great bit of video where
That was you and I, Ken, wasn't it?
I think it was
You and I.
where the cranberries are floating on top of the bog. It's a cranberry bog.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd done a like a movie trailer for the Cranberry Council here.
Mm-hmm. There's a
could see
cranberry
it.
council. There's a cranberry council.
There is a Cranberry Council. Yes.
That's awesome.
It is awesome.
I like the name. The name's amazing.
Yeah, I'm Robert. I'm on the Cranberry Council. What kind of swing do you get if you're on the Cranberry Council? Would you get free movie tickets, discount on gas? What do you get? What perks you get being on the Cranberry Council?
All the cranberries you can eat.
Do you like cranberries?
Yes, I do. Craisins are awesome.
All right,
You eat cranberries straight? I thought that was just like something you put in juice.
Robert.
Raisins.
Robert, I'm
Okay.
going to put 30 seconds on the clock and name as many cranberry products as you can. Go.
Oh my god. 30 seconds.
I think it's
Cranberry sauce.
Right.
Cranberry juice. Cranberry bread. Cranberry pudding. Craisins. God, I can't think of any more.
10 seconds.
How about blends? Like cran apple.
Oh, well, that's all ocean spray.
Okay.
The main hub for ocean spray. is
Wow.
here.
What are craisins?
Craisins are like
Sun-dried?
cranberries, but they're sun dried. Like
Instead
raisins.
of grapes, it's raisins made from cranberries.
Right.
I've never heard of that before ever.
I kind of want one.
Me too. I tell you what,
In your local grocery store.
I'm going to go ahead and since you're the very first viewer visitor, I'm going to go ahead and give you a hat.
Awesome.
This is for you, Heron Ariel hat. And thank
Can you
you.
screen grab his face and then just start a wall behind you, the photos on the wall.
Yeah. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. I very much appreciate it.
Mine too. Thank you.
All right. Until next time,
And bye.
eh,
What's on your mind? We'd really like. Sorry, your time is up.
there we go. That was the outro. Smooth. All right. Let me go ahead and make sure.
He was a perfect first guest.
He was very good first guest. Now, just a couple more things left to do as I leave the Raz up in the background. Viewer video of the week coming up. And it's awesome.
This is the best elevator music I've ever heard.
It's pretty good. But I do have to mention something, and that's not appropriate music. Did you know Heath Lawrence?
No.
Heath Lawrence was a member of our droning community, and he died recently, very recently.
Oh man.
And his buddies have put together a GoFundMe page for his family to try to, recoup some of the costs from the funeral and all that stuff. So there's a link in the description. If you have time and a little bit extra money you can slide their way, it'd be really much appreciated. And he was only 45 when he died very suddenly.
You know what happened?
I do, but I don't
Not
think
that
it
matters.
It's not something. It had something to do with his heart, I believe, and that's all that I can say without.
No, that's fine. I shouldn't ask.
But yes, Heath Lawrence, a member of our droning community that will be very, very missed. So, let's see. How do you transition out of that?
Yeah, I don't know how you segue there, man.
So,
hey, thanks, I Am Wedge. He's like plugged my channel 20 times. Thank you. I appreciate.
He's
I
very.
appreciate that.
He's always in there with a good plug. Yeah.
But I just keep seeing it.
It's a
just keeps
lot.
scrolling
It's a
by.
lot. He's very, very good that way. I Am Wedge. Don't run out of.
I can't live up to that hype.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and just a little bit of mail.
We just got a letter. 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 Wonder who it's from.
Well, it is a letter, and it is from. I love it when people send snail mail. If you want to send snail mail or packages or candy, you can do it. Send it here, Ken Heron, 215 Baker Road, Huntington, Tennessee, 38344. This one is from Rick and Leanne Morsch. And they say, "Hey Ken, Leanne, my wife and I just love your Thursday evening show and plan our evenings around it." Wow.
Wow.
That's awesome. I got into flying drones to supplement my civil engineering and land surveying business, but got the aerial photography bug in the process. Passed my Part 107 a few months ago, and now have a Mavic Pro Platinum and Phantom 4 Obsidian. But I should have waited on the Phantom 4 now that the Phantom 4 RTK is coming out. You know what that is?
I don't actually.
It's the Phantom 4 that's made for very precision. It's for industry.
Oh,
it's got the
yeah,
little
yeah.
The wart on top.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it hovers within like an inch or something ridiculous.
Micro inches. Yeah. Anyway, our local minor league baseball team, Lake Elsinore Storm, is a single A farm team for the San Diego Padres, and we have one of the best minor league stadiums in the nation. They are also famous for their logo, so I thought I'd slide you a couple pair so that you can look at them, and here they are. They're eyeballs. That's their logo.
Nice.
Isn't that cool? That would look good on a drone, wouldn't it?
Dude, those are awesome.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thanks for all you do for the drone community. You guys are the greatest. Rick and Leanne Morsch. Thank you so much. Man. All right. So what did that? See, these are all. I don't know if you can see this. This is my table. These are all my stories and videos, and I have leftovers every week.
I feel like you haven't hit any of those this week.
No, I'm gonna go ahead. Do you have time, Chris? You got a minute?
Sure.
Okay, this will probably end up being one of the longest shows. I hope my camera holds. I turned the air conditioner all the way down. I am freezing.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's like 50 degrees in here, but I want the camera to stay on. I will get a fan.
Sweaty over here.
Somebody suggested a fan. I'm going to get a fan for the camera. Okay. I love it when kids write to me, young kids, and they're just as excited about drones as I am. This is from Graham. He said, "Hey Ken, I emailed you in the summer of 2018. I wanted to give you the link to my YouTube channel so you could see some of my drone footage. Hope to meet you someday. Thanks, Graham." And I did go to his channel, and I noticed the little plagiarizer made a video. It's okay, Graham. I'm going to go ahead and think of it less as plagiarism and more of an homage. This is his reason and my reason, and a good demonstration on why you should pinch and not thumb your controller. Enjoy this from Graham.
Hello guys, Blue Ridge Aerial back with a brand new video. In today's video I'm going to be going over why it's so important to pinch your controller of your drone and not thumb it. Starting out, you have a marker. I have some tape. I'm going to tape the marker to my finger because it's not as precise as if you used both of your fingers. And I'm trying to write my name with just my thumb. As you all can see, it looks like a toddler wrote it.
Yeah.
Well, that looks like my handwriting.
To fly your drone. This is why you pinch and not thumb, because your shots are going to look better.
Yes.
Thank you for watching. Thanks for subscribing. We'll see you on the next drone adventure. Have a great day.
There you go. Very good, my friend. That was from Graham.
I like that.
Yeah.
Practical, easy to comprehend.
Yeah. All right, one more, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the viewer video of the week.
Okay.
Did you like the viewer visit? Should we do that again?
Yeah, definitely. That was awesome.
All right. Yeah, thank you, Robert. All right,
He set a good precedent, by the way.
Yeah, he was a very good first guest. Have you ever been to... You're a world traveler. Have you ever been to Croatia?
I haven't, actually.
Croatia.
It's on my list. I was actually supposed to go last year, but I did not get to go because I don't remember why.
Croatia is a beautiful place, and this is one of the very first emails I've gotten from a Croatian viewer. And I'm going to ruin his name because it's Croatian and I'm American, and I apologize in advance. It says,
That's
"Hi."
what we do.
That's what we do. We destroy non-American names. It ain't American. I can't say it. He says, "Hi, I'm sending you footage from Croatia. Maybe feature this video in your next Thursday Night Live show by your scroller, David.
Come on now. Come on.
Blazica. Blazeka. Anyway, David B sends this. Enjoy. This is from Croatia. This is some snow. And yes, I'm still accepting snow videos for the viewer compilation. If you do send me a video, send me a streaming link and not a big honkin' file.
I love seeing the snowflakes right in front of the lens.
Yeah, it's still snowing. You can see he's flying in the snow. You can really bring out that snow if you put some like loom cubes on the front of your drone, and it's, you know, what were you gonna say? Yeah.
You know, it's something that I've always wanted to do a video on this, but I never have, just because I didn't think anybody would watch it. But it'll make or break your videos, choosing the right music.
Yes.
And he's got really fitting music for this, which is well done. Good job.
Yeah, it's kind of laid back, not
not
overpowering.
It fits the edit. It fits the scenery. It's really good.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and give you a demonstration of how different it would be with different music.
Yes.
That just wouldn't be right.
Nah.
I'm sorry, I broke the mood. My bad.
You kinda.
You are welcome.
Aw, with a tribute to you right at the end. That's
Isn't that
fantastic.
nice? And there he is. Thank you, my
Sometimes
friend.
I do pinch for precision, but no, I use thumbs.
Yeah, we got some pinchers. Thank you very much. All right. Again, if you want to send me a video, you can do that here, kenheronupload@gmail.com. Please, 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 please send a streaming link and not a big honkin' file. I appreciate it. And you can also go to my website.
Apologies, Ken, because I feel like I've done that to you.
Oh, that's all right. I know you're not going to send me a virus. Or are you? You weirdo. I just want to make sure that there's nothing else that I'm forgetting. I don't think so.
We did the giveaway.
The what?
We did.
We did the giveaway. We did the Raz. Did the mail. Okay, well, let's go ahead and do the viewer video of the week, which is outstanding.
Wait, that wasn't it? What did we just watch?
That was just from our buddy in Croatia.
Oh.
Yeah. And now the viewer video of the week. And this was filmed in Normandy, France. Dear Ken, sorry for my bad English, but I just wanted you to know me and my wife greatly enjoy your YouTube channel, humor and bad jokes.
Sounds like his English is perfect.
About a year ago, I bought my first drone, a Spark. Took it on holiday to Spain, learned everything about flying, restrictions, and permits. But quite soon, I got bored by the limitations, connection fails, and bad 1080 HD. So I spent a lot of time this year resting at home and got addicted to your videos and go outside to do some drone flying. After discovering YouTube by watching your tutorial on backwards flying, nod to Mattias, I sold my Spark, bought a Mavic Air, and kept practicing backwards flying. Eventually, I want to fly better than that Matt. He's making fun of the way I can't say Swedish names either. Mattias always cracks me up. And because I know you like to travel and keep saying you have to come to Europe to see stuff, which I am one day, I just want to invite you to look at my small video from my summer in France around the D-Day beaches. Hope you like it. Buh and bye. This is the viewer video of the week. Enjoy.
I like it already.
Ooh, craters.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is fantastic.
Wow. That was moving.
Wasn't
I don't
it?
sound dramatic, but that was moving. That
was
was good.
Excellent.
Somebody news what is good color grading, good camera movement.
Yeah.
It was, golly, that was good.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's it, man. Thank you, everybody, for hanging in there on what is now the longest show we've ever done, just short of 2 hours.
I am happy to be a part of it.
Yeah, you know, Dana, he had to go out on tour again, and Dana would have left about an hour ago because right around 60 minutes, Dana's recliner starts calling him, "Come on, Dana, sit in me," and then he's out. So until next time, let's go ahead and say goodbye.
We hope you enjoyed the show half as much as you would have if it had been twice as good.
Thank you to all the people. Thank you very much, Chris Rollins, for sitting in for Dana Williams. Thank you,
absolutely,
Jeff Sills, for all of the wonderful drone news. There's more links to more drone news in the description. Mattias Allring, who is now sound asleep and dreaming, no doubt. And Frank S. from Canada for being on. Thanks, everybody, who makes this show possible. I wouldn't be able to do it myself. If I was doing it myself, it would be very, very boring. So until next time, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing.
Bye.
And bye. And then I click that. And then hopefully it won't crash now.
Is
And
it
the Raz.
podcast?
And then we
Are
say, and then we do this. And then bye, everybody. Love you.
Is
Mean
it just us?
It's just us.
It's just us two now.
Pigeon jerky, the killer like a processed meat. Enjoy pigeon jerky, and you'll give your family a treat. It's balanced nutrition to help them grow, and it's full of fiber to make them go. You'll enjoy pigeon jerky. Pigeon jerky, a tail like a processed meat. Yeah. That was so funny.